Well, I'm on the farm today, and the Massey Ferguson Model 50 with the loader is down for the count. We had a hay customer come the other day, and he took the round bales that were in here. It wasn't that many, but it was enough, and he was. I don't like to talk about hay shortage as much anymore, because as long as I got hay, I don't feel like, I don't feel like there's a hay shortage. But in any event, he took the round bales, and I had one to go that I tried to pick up, and I busted a hydraulic line on my loader, and it only took a split second for that thing to go to the ground. Thankfully, I'd pretty much filled up his wagon, and so right here's the Model 50. This is a slow tractor for loading hay. I mean, it doesn't have the fancy shuttle shift and all that, and this spear really sits out too far in front. We need to somehow move that thing back here. But it gets the job done, and that's the thing. But there's several things that I need to address on this tractor. And what happened was this hose right here bursted when I tried to lift a bale. And you can see hydraulic oil out here. And I basically just backed it out of the way and shut everything down. I didn't want to have it blocking the door of the barn or being a way of driving through here, so I just kind of real quickly moved it out of the way. So I got to get a hose somehow. I got to get a hose made for this thing. That looks a little complicated right there, but I think it'll unbolt, and then that hose goes over to the other side. And it looks like it comes in. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like it, I can get my hand through here. Looks like it kind of tees in right here. So that's the hydraulic line that I'm guessing that's the hydraulic line that is the that makes it go up in the air, and then this one is the return. And so I got to replace that, and I think probably over time I may or may not replace I may not replace all of these hydraulic hoses. Like I say, it's not a fast loader. It does have a pump on the front, so it's got good hydraulics. I'm not relying on the 3-point hitch hydraulics, which would be really, really slow. But probably ought to look at replacing all these hydraulic lines, except obviously the hard lines I wouldn't. And but I'd like to rig up a spear. I'd really like to rig up a quick attach on here, and so I can put a spear on it, or a bucket, or a forklift, that kind of thing. And then the other issue I got is, I think I've showed this before. This will probably be the year of repairs on this tractor going into 2024. This old tire right here, it's just falling apart. I mean, I run it, but I probably need to get this thing off. The big problem I got with this rim right here, you can see that thing is really, really rusted, and the tube is right there. So kind of on borrowed time with this. I need to address that, and I will. This is a Massey Ferguson 100 loader, which I guess at one point Davis Loaders was who this was, and Massey bought them somehow or another. And but for a 4x4 bale that we make, this loader is adequate. It's hard to see off the front, but I'm getting better at it. And you know, as we were loading the hay the other day, the customer commented. He said, "You're kind of getting the hang of it." And so I wanted to. I think in 2024 we're going to have considerably more round bales. So I want to get this thing. Oh, there's one other thing before I forget. So it was cold when I wanted to use this thing the other day. Well, fortunately, this Model 50 has got, I'm trying to see, can't half see. This thing has got a coolant heater on it. So I figured, well, that's a cat's meow. And I plugged that thing in, and I'm telling you, the sparks flew off of there. So I want to pull that out and replace it. And I mean, it might just be a matter of this harness right here is bad. I'll have to pull that off. But I should think in the coldest of weather, if I can plug this thing in, it ought to fire right off. I really don't like the idea of using ether on these Perkins engines. I think it's probably a good way to snap a connecting rod. So I got that. I'd like to take that old toolbox out of there so I have a little more room for my feet. I'd like to fix or replace that seat. I believe that seat is off of a Model 65 Massey. I'd like to get just a regular Model 50 seat on it. And there's a few other things I probably need to do, but you know, cheaper than buying a new tractor. Just fix what I got here. The foundation of the tractor and the loader seem to be pretty good. So again, a short video here on the farm, and Model 50 Massey down for the count. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment, and we'll talk to you later.